Welcome to F1 Blogs, your top source for all the latest news, insights, and behind-the-scenes action in Formula One. Today, we're diving into McLaren's strategic pivot in the F1 Championship race and team principal Andrea Stella's analysis of the recent Brazilian GP. If you're enjoying our breakdowns, don't forget to hit subscribe so you're always in the know on F1 news. McLaren's Andrea Stella took time after the dramatic Brazilian Grand Prix to congratulate Max Verstappen on what he called one of his best wins. With McLaren and Lando Norris starting strong from pole position, it seemed like Norris had a golden opportunity to close the gap on Verstappen. But the unpredictable rain in Interlagos reshuffled the deck, allowing the Dutch champion to turn his P17 start into a critical victory, widening his points lead. While Norris and fans were disappointed by the missed chance, Stella's reaction was one of respect and optimism, emphasizing his team's focus on the Constructors' Championship. Andrea Stella praises Verstappen and defends McLaren's strategy. Andrea Stella didn't hold back on his praise for Verstappen, noting how impressive it was for him to carve his way to the front in such challenging conditions. "The first thing I'd like to do is congratulate Max on one of his best victories," Stella shared. He was impressed by Red Bull's risky choice to keep Verstappen on worn tires despite the worsening rain. Stella acknowledged this bold decision as a winning one for the Red Bull team. McLaren, meanwhile, took a different approach. "Personally, I'm not comfortable leaving a car out with such worn tires in that level of rain," Stella explained, adding that the strategy decisions were made with the full agreement of both drivers and the pit wall team. For Norris, whose car lacked enough traction to overtake George Russell despite an early pass, the weather became a significant factor. McLaren opted to pit Norris for wet tires, in contrast to Verstappen's approach. In Stella's view, had the red flag not been waved, we might be discussing a completely different race outcome. McLaren's true priority, the Constructors' Championship with Verstappen's points lead now extended to 62, Stella stated that while the Drivers' Championship was always a goal, the Constructors' Championship remains McLaren's top focus. "Mathematically, it's not over," Stella noted, but he reiterated that their sights have been on the team title all season. Even as McLaren has had to balance the roles of its two drivers, priority has been given to securing valuable points for the constructors' standings, with driver positioning always secondary to this goal. This focus is especially important as McLaren sits 36 points ahead of Ferrari and 49 ahead of Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship, a promising advantage. According to Stella, nothing changes. "Our priority remains the same. We're fully committed to this title race." For Lando Norris, he added, there was never any particular pressure on him as a driver. "We enjoyed the thrill of the chase, but pressure wasn't a significant factor." Upcoming races, the path to McLaren's first constructors' title since 1998. As McLaren gears up for the final races of the season, Stella shared that the team's outlook is cautiously optimistic. The team will be fighting hard to capture its first constructors' title since 1998, a season famously won by Mika Hakkinen and David Coulthard. Stella believes Qatar and Abu Dhabi should suit McLaren well, while Las Vegas, with its unpredictable nature, could favor Ferrari. "Everything is still to play for," Stella noted, hinting at the close, exciting finish to the season ahead. McLaren's consistency, not always the fastest car, but strongest team. Wrapping up his assessment, Stella praised McLaren's team cohesion and consistency. Since the Miami GP, McLaren's results have been outstanding, a feat Stella attributes to the team and drivers' high standards, rather than sheer car dominance. "The points we've earned aren't solely due to having the best car, because we only had that advantage in some races," he shared. "Instead, the points have come from precision, teamwork, and executing every detail with the highest standards." McLaren's journey this season reflects the payoff of strategy, consistency, and commitment to their long-term vision. As they push toward their first constructors' title in over 2 decades, the team remains resilient, driven, and ready for the final test. Thanks for tuning into F1 Blogs. We're bringing you all the F1 stories that matter most. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single update on your favorite teams, drivers, and races. We'll see you in the next one.